Good evening. Today is Tuesday, December 6th, 5:28 p.m. Central Time. Markets have been closed for over an hour and a half now. And, well, is it really the darkest before the dawn? Because I will tell you that tonight and tomorrow morning pre-markets, we are at a crossroads now. We are at a do or die situation. Okay? And I have a slide here, but I have some subsequent slides that also show the same thing. For now, I want to call your attention to this is the NASDAQ 1-hour chart. Remember, the negative 60 line, it has to stay above. It is now below it and curling. It is trying to go back up. It now has no choice, in my opinion. You start getting into the negative 100 level on the 1-hour chart on NASDAQ futures. That is now bearish. Okay? If you cannot curl up tonight and start going up tonight and keep it up, your only other direction is down. Okay? I want to make that clear. I have a subsequent slide that's just going to show this in better detail, but this is SPY, S&P 500 1-hour chart. They're in a little bit better situation. They're just under the negative 20 line, okay? But they're a little bit better. They're not as far down as NASDAQ futures is, okay? So I wanted to call that out now, and we're going to get into more of that momentarily, okay? And so with that, okay, this is the NASDAQ futures 4 hours chart. 4 hours chart. So on the 4-hour chart, NASDAQ is actually in good shape because even though it's touching this red line, this line is meant for the 1-hour chart. It needs to get down to the negative 100 line here in order for, here, let me turn on the laser pointer. It needs to get down to the negative 100 line down here in order to be considered bearish. Okay, that would be bearish because you notice on all previous times on this ascending side, it stays above at least the 60 line, which is meant for the 1-hour. But right now you're looking at the 4-hour. So, okay. Now, I will call your attention to this purple line. This purple line. We have set this line consistently ever since 11/10, the 10th of November. Okay, that's coming up on a month now, guys. So if you look, you know how we surged, came up, came down and kissed it. Okay, that was on about the 28th of November or so. Surged up after the Powell speech, and now we are almost touching it. Okay, now here's where you can make the bullish case so far this evening, as of this evening. This, although it is a just gigantic retracement from up here, right? Huge fall. This, as of tonight, is still a higher low than this. Okay? I know it doesn't feel like that, but it is still as of tonight. Okay? And I'm going to show you some patterns on the real charts a little bit later too, that those patterns must hold tonight and into tomorrow morning's pre-market, or else we are going down lower, or else the rally, in my opinion, is done. Okay? So as of right now, as of close of market, it is closing higher than this point. Okay? So when you look at it from the grand scheme of things, you know, you surge up here, come up again, fall down here, but you're making a higher low compared to there. Okay, so that's what I mean. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, but we are clearly at a crossroads. No question about it. Okay. Okay, this is NASDAQ 1-hour chart. 1 hour. I actually showed that to you earlier on the splash screen. See, notice that down here. You know, it's trying to curl. I'm going to show you that on the real-time charts here momentarily. It is trying to flatten out and it's trying to curl up. It has to. It has to do it tonight and tomorrow morning. If if not you, if Nasdaq futures on the 1 hour chart does not curl up, basically Nasdaq, the futures market tonight, it needs to be up the whole time. You start going down and down and down, that's it. The rally's over. Okay? All right? It's really that straightforward. Okay. TQQQ, this is the 240-minute. Just another view of what I just showed you. This line earlier, how we set it on 11:10 right here. So 10th of 11th, the 10th of November. And here's where we kissed it the first time. And look at that. I mean, we closed above it ever so slightly. That is a higher low than that. It does not feel like it. I'll be the first to agree with you. All right? I'll be the first to agree with you, but it is. Okay, but it is. All right? So that's all I wanted to show you about this one. Just another view of the same graph that I showed you. S&P 500 4 hours chart. What do we have here? Okay, S&P 500 is on the 4 hour chart is okay because it needs to get down to the negative 35 line to be considered bearish, right? Like it is down here, like way down here. See that? This is before October 13th. Look at that. It was just ugly. That's just going down and down and down and down and down. That's when it was below the negative 35 line. So we're not there yet, guys. We're not there yet. Okay. Similar to Nasdaq futures that you saw, right? We pretty much touched down here. You know, we have a support line, right? That it clearly, as of close today, closed just above it, just like TQQQ did, Nasdaq futures did. Okay, so it's still technically, as of today, as of tonight, bullish. That's not bearish, right? Okay, so that's the 4 hour chart. Let's skip over to the 1 hour chart. S&P 500 futures. Okay, here we go. Here's what I showed you originally on the splash screen, but this is just blown up. So it's trying to curl also. Okay, it's trying to curl. It's trying its best to stay above that negative 20 line because that's kind of drop dead, right? If you look at this upswing channel, it's staying above the line pretty much. This was the 11-2 Jay Powell mic drop when he okay, that's the only exception to this uptrend. Okay, another view of the same thing. SPY. Now this one's interesting. So it's this one happens to also intersect perfectly with the EMA 50 exponential moving average 50 line. This is the 240 minutes chart, by the way, the 4 hour chart, right? So SPY did a little bit better than Nasdaq. It closed a little bit higher, right? See, you can even see this pushing up. Okay, so SPY is in a little bit better shape than TQQQ. Okay, I'll just call that out as an observation. Okay, on this next slide. All right, at 3:40 p.m., this is the 5-minute chart. At 3:40 p.m., it finally closed a green candle right there. Closed a green candle above the SMA line. The last time we had that, right here, let me zoom in a little bit there, was on the 2nd of December, 4 days ago. Okay, roughly 4 days ago. That was the last time. That was when the markets made a valiant effort to come back up and stay up the whole day. So the last time we saw that was 12/2, and we had it at 3:40 p.m. 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes until close. It finally did it because I've been watching it. Look at it all day. Just failed the SMA 20, hands down. Fail. Well, it's been failing since 12/2. I'll just tell you right now. If you want to go back and look at the 5-minute chart for SPY, since 12/2 at 4:05 p.m. So basically starting at 12/3 at opening bell, it couldn't even close a candle. Couldn't even close a candle above the SMA 20 line. Okay. What this screenshot also tells you is this is going right into close right here. See that? It's finally closing. And I'll show you momentarily on the real-time chart so you can see more data develop. This has limited data at the time I took the screenshot, right? So it's finally closing candles above the red EMA line. Okay. Now, I'll try to be as clear as possible on this. On the 5-minute chart that you're looking at right now, it is critical. It is critical for a trend change to change from down to go back up. It is critical starting from the 5-minute time frame. It doesn't matter you're talking about SPY, TQQQ, Amazon, Walmart, Moderna. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It starts from the 5-minute time frame first. And it is critical that you must close green candles above the exponential moving average EMA 50 line. That full stop. Full stop. Full stop. Like this on 12/2. On 12/2, that was the last time. You see these candles? They're back the successful back test, and then going up again. That was the last time was on 12/2. But I'm here to say, as of 3:40 p.m. and just going into close, it came back. It came back. So 4 days later, that's about see that's a pretty big back test duration, right? We all know we've been falling like a rock, especially the last 2 days, but overall last 4 days. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. It starts from the 5-minute chart. You must close candles like this is, like on 12/2. You must close green candles and have successful back tests closing above the red EMA 50 on the 5-minute chart. And then once you have that, that's step number 1. Step number 2 is you have to sustain price action. Sustain price action above the EMA. Above the EMA. You must sustain it, because then once you sustain that price action above the EMA, now you're getting into the 30-minute chart, the 65-minute chart, right? 130, the 195, the 240, right? That's how stuff starts to evolve into larger time frames. So it starts with the 5-minute chart. The smallest is technically 1 minute, but I don't like to look at 1 minute. You guys know me now. I don't like to look at that. I'd rather have 5 1 minutes summarized into one candle here, like that. Okay. So I want to make that point clear. Hope that's clear. If not, please feel free to ask me a question in the comments section, and I'll try to answer for you. Okay. So that. Now let's get into. Oh, did it close on me? Hold on a second. I gotta sign back in. Oops. Hold on a second. Yep, it's gotta. Somehow it closed out on me. It's coming here about 5-10 seconds or so. The application closed out on me while I was talking. I guess the time's out. Okay, here we go. See, it's coming back. Sorry about that. Blame that on technology. Okay, here we go. Yep, 5:30. Okay. Let's just go ahead and start with TQQQ. All right, check this out. This is the 5-minute chart. Let me zoom in a little bit. Just a little bit. Just so it can look a little bit bigger. Okay, here we go. Okay. So this was like in the final, we'll just call it 20 minutes-ish, 20 to 30 minutes. It finally made a move. It wasn't doing this for 4 days since 12/2. It finally made a move because it made a lower high. See that? A higher low. Sorry. Higher low right here, and then it made a move. And then see that? Look at it. Extended hours. It overtook it. It's overtaking it. It's so we better hope. I know hope is not a strategy, but in this case it is. You better hope this holds all night. It has to. It has no choice. It starts on the 5-minute time frames, and you better hold above that EMA 50 line. And you better not be going down. Okay? Because then if you do, the MACD line will not curl up anymore. It's going to curl back down. And that's it. Right? Remember I showed you the MACD line in the previous slides earlier. For the MACD to start to curl up, you saw it start to kind of curl out a little bit. But for it to start to curl up, TQQQ must stay above the EMA. We'll just say for sake of simplicity of explanation, on the 5-minute chart, it must consistently all night and tomorrow morning, you must stay above the 5-minute EMA 50 line. Full stop. You have to. That's the only way now this rally lives. Okay. So that's what I wanted to show you about TQQQ. Yeah, nothing else terribly remarkable, except. This is important. See this? This is the MACD on the 5-minute chart all day. Even though TQQQ and the rest of the markets were going down and down and down and down and down, the MACD was starting to go up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and then in extended hours, it's going into the positive. Okay, that's good. But can the pattern hold? That's the question. Okay, that is the question we have to ask ourselves. Let's go over to SPY. Let's check out SPY. What do you got? What have you got for us today? Hold on a second. Let me just go there. Okay, so SPY is looking again. See a similar pattern. 20, 30 minutes, final 20 minutes ish. It makes a move up. And SPY, see that? It made a move up and then it stayed up. See that? It stayed up. So that's good. That's good. But same for SPY. SPY must stay above its 5-minute EMA 50 all night and into tomorrow morning. You have no choice now. You have no choice. Okay? You have no choice. And I'll just show you. Yeah, I'll just show this once again. Why I say you have no choice. So this is the 1-hour chart. Remember that? Okay, 1 hour chart here. 1 hour right here. Look down here for the MACD. The MACD is trying to curl up. For the MACD to start moving up, the 5-minute EMA 50 the price action in futures tonight must stay above the 5-minute EMA 50 all night. Okay? It has to. That's the only way you're going to make the MACD line start to curl up also. Right? You can't be failing. It's just not going to work. Right? It's just, you start going down and down and down tonight, and that's it. This line is going to go from curling up, and then it's going to start to curl down. Okay? So, yeah, that is what I wanted to show you, and that pretty much concludes today's presentation. Let me know if you have any questions. Tonight and tomorrow morning, fellow traders, we are now at a crossroads. It's do or die. It must happen, or you will go down. I believe we are at that crossroads. I mean, you saw the different levels that we're at, just barely closing at a higher low than the previous low, right? You saw that I showed you earlier. So this is it. If we don't hold this level, boy, I think we're It's a long way down. So, okay. So I'll just be keeping an eye on futures tonight. Perhaps you guys will also. But hey, so far so good based on what I just showed you. So far, I'll say that, emphasizing so far so good. Okay. All right. Well, feel free to please follow me on Twitter if you'd like to. I have some real-time updates as I was doing today as well. And if you liked today's presentation, please give it a like, share it with fellow traders, subscribe, or click to be notified. And with that, I leave you with my calling card. I am Agent 000 signing off.